So today is June 11th, and this is my right leg, and see what they did. So this is the mark they gave me. You know how like a blood clots and how that purplish blackish mark happens, right? So that's what they did on the right knee. Now why did they do it? So I already knew that they will do something. They have to always super interrogate, and to do that they always have to synchronize everything to make me humiliate, feel guilty and all that, right? For every little things in my life. So and they are doing Operation Stargazer, right, as Dr. Richard Boylan says. So why they did this was yesterday. And my hubby, we were watching just a YouTube video on our TV, and we were sitting right, and our legs were like lying flat like this. And so now he came, like I was watching TV, and then he came, and then so he was sitting beside me, and then he stretched out his leg towards mine, and so like I just did like this on his leg, and so what happens is like this particular finger, you see like it's curved, and so what happens is like there's a you see that little line over there that always like turns into like dead cell. I wouldn't say like dead skin, yeah, kind of dead skin, like callus. And I have to kind of remove that line for every like few days, and he has complained. This is not like first time he has complained few times, like it just happens accidentally, and then I'll take my legs away, he'll take his feet away, that's what I mean. And it's just like he'll figure it out, and I have no control over it. But like I said, because these people want to humiliate and make me feel guilty about it, so while I noticed this today morning, right? This happened yesterday night, the feet thing. Then today morning when I'm taking shower, they did little knock here. Just the way I showed you how they made issue here. Oh, you were using your finger while I was, that singing that song. I already showed you how they gave me this horizontal. It's like how you get banged somewhere and how that thing hurts. You see that horizontal red, it is now fading away, but I did take video in my previous videos that I've uploaded. And so because I was thinking about it in the shower, so when I was, wiping my body with the towel, this is what they usually do. They remove one eyelash. Okay, so I just saw this one eyelash on the right side. From the right side it came, because I could feel, because it was like when I was wiping my face and I removed the towel from my face, like it was on the right side, so I know it came from the right side. So yeah, this is how they do. Sometimes they, while I'm doing a face wash, they will remove my eyelash, usually on the right side, and it will come in my hand, So this is how they try to make me more and more feel guilty about it. So now even yesterday night, say I served dinner to my hubby, and I told you how he got his dental treatment done, so he's not able to chew properly. So I already made something semi-solid for him, or semi-liquid, whatever you want to call it. So it's like easy for him to kind of gulp it down, like he doesn't need to chew a lot, So I already made that consistency, and I was on my couch, I served him the food, I'm watching this Netflix series, right? It's a German series, but again they show the same programming, because I'm watching all these series because a lot of the experiments they do on all these targeted individuals, they actually started to show in all these series. I just realized all this. So it's not like I'm watching all these for entertainment purpose, but I'm watching for my own knowledge purpose, that what all their mind programming people, first of all, and how much technology they are putting out there, what is hidden behind these technology that I'm not aware of, because nobody's telling me everything, and they put out a lot of these their secrets in all these so-called movies and series, just by calling them sci-fi or fiction or whatever. So anyway, let's come back to, so what happened was, I was in my couch in living room, and my hubby was dining in the dining room. It's like a separate room. Now my father-in-law, he finished his eating and he went to the dining room where my hubby was eating. And then he just happened to say, "Oh, do you know, if you cannot eat properly, if you can't chew properly, then I can, then we can have like the food grind, like, I can do it in the mixture, like grind it up." So just because I heard that, anything, if I hear anything, my subconscious mind also notices these people have to react on it, okay? So just because my mind noticed, I overheard him saying that. So now to put me down, to humiliate, to make me feel guilty that, oh, look, you didn't churn the food up and you didn't do this. So they started to give me electric shocks on the right side of my head. And just, it wasn't very, very intense shocks, but very subtle shocks. But they started to give me like 3-4 shocks on the right side of my head at that very moment. And then they started to give me maybe some shooting needle pain here in my right side, unless under his but I did not give too much of my energy into that thing, because that was stupid, because I knew already the consistency I had made. But just because these people want to make me feel humiliated and guilty, oh, you did not grind this, look, your father-in-law is saying that. And then when I just in like 5 minutes, like I got up and I checked on him, he had almost finished his food. So yeah, and he didn't complain anything about having difficulty, like sometimes like he will not eat if he has so much pain or difficulty chewing food, like for example for seeds that he ate, like so I think he tried sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds, something like that, and he said that yeah, he had some problems chewing that. But that was on his own, he took some snacks, okay? So yeah, this is how they make me feel guilty and humiliate. Now, even yesterday, I just showed you in my previous video that how they did one bomb blast. The neighbors, when they do gang stalking, they will do one bomb blast. Oh, you don't serve this. Oh, you don't cook this, right? So when my father-in-law was eating his food, these people did not make any bomb sound. The moment my mother-in-law sat down to eat her food, and she just wanted to have milk and some this sweet Indian tortilla bread that she had made, because she's having acidity problems. And why is she having? Because she said for past 3-4 days she has stopped taking acidity pills. So so now she started to have acidity and all that. I'm like, okay. And I already showed her how to get rid of her acid reflux problem. I showed her Dr. Berg's video, and I told her what to do and all that. And she was never keen into this. I already showed her exercise for the ear thing, ringing ears thing. She's not doing it every day. She's just not in. How many times I'm going to repeat one thing over and over again? It should be within the person to do that. So anyways, so she already told me before, and I had already soaked the lentils and rice, everything, to make dinner. But the quantity was a little more because I thought she'll eat. So I'd already counted her for the dinner. And then once I'd soaked everything, then she tells me, oh, I won't eat, our regular food for dinner. She's just going to have milk and this tortilla and Indian bread, that she wanted to eat. So I'm like, okay. So the moment she went to eat that is when one bomb blast happened. And I already showed you in my previous video that how they do one bomb blast exactly during either dinner time or when I'm go to wash that particular utensil in which they want to make an issue about. So I already knew, and it's always, usually it has to do something or the other with my mother-in-law's food. They always want to make issue about that. So to humiliate me, to make me feel guilty, because at the end, the fear, anxiety, humiliation, guilt has me lose out a lot of my energy. And from that negativity, that negative energy that goes to towards these grays, aliens, and grays give it to reptilians. That's what montauk.net guy was saying, that a lot of these targeting has to do with taking off all these loose energy from the targeted individuals or star seeds and giving it to the reptilians or grays, or we call gene demons, fallen angels. because they need to manifest. They don't have, they are disconnected. These archons, they are disconnected from the source energy, from the source consciousness, so they need energy. It's like they don't have proper batteries, it's like some Chinese batteries fitted in them, so their batteries keep going away, and so they continuously need these loosh energy, and that cannot come from any person. It has to come from targeted individuals or star seeds or chosen ones, because only we have the source energy or God energy or conscious energy within us. That's what, as per Darlington Moses and as per Lisa Rene and as per Montauk.net. I'm not saying anything from my side. So yeah, this is what so far so I have learned by reading all these people's blogs, websites, watching some of their videos. And it's not just one person saying this, it's like so many saying the same thing. So, and we know they're already running alien agendas. We already know they are doing witchcraft, and that is what they're mind programming people in all these Netflix series. Now I was just surprised to see that all these Netflix series, most of it doesn't matter, it's Germany's making or Denmark is making or Europe is making or Australia is making or America is making, doesn't matter who's making it, but they continuously show this ear ringing, and that is what targeted individuals say. And even they show you voice to skull technology, V2K technology, by putting the voices in people's brain, people's head, and that is what Myron May was complaining, that he's getting all this V2K in his brain, and he's a targeted individual. He was saying that. So they try to show in the terms of fantasy or some, you're awakening, it's like a conscious awakening, spiritual awakening and all that nonsense. But in reality, it's nothing but all these CIA military people just doing all these things like experimentation purpose, and a lot of for these loose energy for their jinn and demons. And of course it has to do a lot of with the soul of our chosen one's soul, because Lucifer, who's the fallen angel for whom these people are working, CIA, FBI, NSA, Green Beret, Navy SEAL, military, cops, DOD, DARPA, all of these people, right? Illuminati, Freemasons, Jehovah's Witness, all of these people who work for Satan, that Satan requires sacrifice of some souls. And they try to pick most innocent and pure souls, usually. And that is why they do a lot of child sacrifices for Lucifer. And they even drink child's blood, They eat child's flesh, they even eat humans' flesh, blood. And that is what even nowadays I'm seeing a lot of these movies that come out, even in their Netflix series, they continuously show these glasses filled with like either blood or somebody's taking blood bath, or they try to mimic blood by putting some kind of reddish maroonish color liquid inside the glass. It could be like a red wine, or it could be not even wine, just something that, and the theme will be like, I was watching a chef movie and the theme was flesh and blood. Okay, that was the theme. They literally tell you that we are eating and drinking flesh and blood, like human flesh and blood, okay? They even start using the word sacrificial meat and sacrificial meal and all that, right? So they are mind programming people that, yeah, we do human sacrifice. Yeah, we do child sacrifice. Yeah, we drink their blood, okay? And they're even showing it in the cartoon. All these Illuminati 666 people, Antichrist people, they are showing it even in the animated cartoon made for kids. I already saw a short film that was 10 minutes, about 10 minutes long. And even in that animation, the moment, even before it started, the moment I saw the logo, 666 logo in that, I knew it was Illuminati film. However, I didn't know what they were going to show. But I was like so surprised that, even in the kids cartoon now they are showing human sacrifice, they were showing in there. And now they are just twitching the left side of this part. They just gave me 2 twitches. Anything on the left side means correct, right? So they are even confirming as I'm speaking. So now how much evil they are when they try to tell me, this happened, and even accidentally if something happened, like I wasn't realizing, right? And I just happened to just do like this on my feet, because he put his feet near mine, right? So it's like, usually we just do like that, right? So yeah, even for that, and just my hubby said, it's that thing, it's kind of hurting him, that thing. Like right now I'm doing it on mine. It's not razor sharp or something, but you can feel little hardness over there. um, so yeah, he just said, and he has these very soft feet, so he probably was feeling more. And so yeah, we took the feet away. But even for these accidental or something, or like just for these kind of normal occasions, like these people will hone into that, and then they will make issue by giving me this, like a knock or like this dead thing, because this can happen only by witchcraft. When I was watching Black Magic Symptoms, I saw how bluish, blackish, purplish mark can start developing on your body. But these are not random, they do it on purpose at a particular time. And then the removal of eyelash, just at the thought I was having about it, I'm trying to figure out what had happened. I have to go back in the past, what all had happened in the past 24 hours. And then when I figured out, so that's when I'm wiping my face, I was thinking all this, and then when I figured out, I'm wiping my face, and oh, here is the eyelash. So this is how they do everything at a particular time. Everything is organized. They 24/7, 365 days watch me. They do Operation Stargazer, as Dr. Richard Boylan says. Yes, they use directed energy weapons, as Dr. Richard Boylan says. And yeah, so basically, even witchcraft, all this, as Billy Crone pastor, who himself was Illuminati, who himself was into black magic and witchcraft at military base or somewhere. He himself has become so-called pastor, but he's not a pastor, because once you join Illuminati, you can't like come back. There is no, but he keeps preaching about Jesus Christ, and he keeps exposing witchcraft and all that. But he clearly said that there are 300 witches in one military base. Okay. So, and now they are coming up with all these disclosures about aliens. You'll see more and more in this news. Oh, now we saw 8-foot creature in our backyard. Oh, now we saw these alien ships falling down. But most of these lights that people see is nothing but NASA's Project Blue Beam. Or it could be the photons that the CIA guy Robert Duncan talks about, that they have developed a technology to charge some ions in the atmosphere that will, those photons will light up, and it will look like a lighted object, and they can even move that, so they have developed those kind of technologies. So according to them, there are no UFOs. These are just lighted some photons through some science but science, whatever they have developed there. Or it could be Project Blue Beam, hologram technology, okay, something, but these are not real. And yes, I have seen a real UFO with the three legs that were down, and I've seen the entire disc, and it had like rectangular red flashing light one after the other in a circular fashion, and the entire craft itself was like metallic silver color. I have seen with my own eyes. For 3 hours it was there. It was landed. It wasn't up in the sky, it was landed. Okay, so I know that there are military aircrafts, but those are probably reverse engineered. There was no aliens riding that thing or driving that thing, whatever you want to say. So yeah, those UFOs that I saw, the actual real ones, those were not like holograms or something. It was literally shining. It was on the ground for 3 hours at night time. I think I saw between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m., something like that. So yeah, I think that was definitely a military aircraft. But yeah, so basically these people, when they try to tell me for these little things, and then guess what happened? The moment they gave me that electric shock and like right side of little pain, when my father-in-law said something about the churning up the food for my hubby. So they immediately took that thing, because my mind noticed that, not subconscious, but my mind noticed that thing, overheard what my father-in-law was saying. So to try to make me feel guilty, immediately they started to give me electric shock. Oh, get up, grind. Oh, is it necessary? Was it necessary? No, it wasn't. So yeah, this is how they try to humiliate me for for this little thing. And guess what happened? Immediately these peoples that these manifest series people call calling, oh, you're getting a calling when they are telling you to do this and do that, right? That we know that because a watcher was doing, they have 24/7, somebody's watching me, so we know that watcher was an idiot. Immediately you know that the watcher is an idiot with who has the lowest of the low IQ. So this is what these people do. And who I'll give you example of these lowest of the low IQ people. One is Suja, whom I caught red-handed when she's going around all over the internet. Oh, I'm a targeted individual. I'm a targeted individual. This and that, blah blah blah. She keeps posting all these technologies after technologies everywhere. She's on Facebook. She's on WhatsApp. She has all these websites everywhere. And the moment I caught her red-handed, that hey, you were saying you're a targeted individual, but now why you're saying that, I know that all these targeted individuals are the worst people on this planet. They are the horrible people, or like she started to say all these horrible things about targeted individuals. So she clearly excluded herself out. And then I caught her immediately. Hey, what happened? I thought you were saying that you were a targeted individual. And the moment she got caught, the other guy jumped in our group. We had like a WhatsApp group for targeted individuals. This guy who was silent for 1 month immediately jumps in and he says, hi to me. Okay, he says hi to me. And what his name was? Jibin. So basically the translation of Jibin, his name was keep your tongue in. That is the exact literal translation of his name. And so this is how they do subtle messaging or subtle programming through this subtle messaging. They won't tell you up front right away that, oh, keep your mouth shut. But this is how, why was this guy quiet? I didn't even know he existed in our group for 1 month. But immediately he comes like smiling, saying, hi, I'm like, and I even caught him red-handed. I'm like, oh, this is why you came here. And then guess what? He had nothing else to say, because what is he going to say? How much he's going to defend himself, So yeah, I caught both of these people red-handed like this. And yeah, same thing with ex-FBI agent Gerald Sosby. He was trying to act oversmart, I caught him as well. Red-handed. I exposed him, and then he tried to create this Facebook page coming, oh hey, this girl is just lying about me. And then he asked his friend CIA Barbara Hartwell to make a blog, like a website on me and my videos that I've already exposed him. And the Barbara goes on to even further threaten me. Oh, don't mess with a snake. Oh, well, who's the snake? Snake are fallen angels, Lucifer, reptilians, grays. You are the snake from the snake family who worship these snakes, reptilians, jinn, demons, fallen angels, Lucifer. So don't mess with the devil. No. That's what she was saying me. She's literally mentioned that on her website when she's exposing me. So she's even going there to threaten me that, oh, look, the snake, he's gonna basically ruin my life, or take my life or kill me or whatever. So ex-FBI agent Gerald Sosby goes on to take help of the CIA, Barbara Hartwell, to threaten me. Okay, and she also wants to try to put me as a stupid and moron person on some website. Okay, why? Because I exposed Gerald Sosby. That was their problem. Oh, how dare you expose him? So yeah, these are the people who get caught red-handed by me. And as like I said, they show lowest of the low IQ that I've seen. So basically, these are their so-called watchers. Okay, Suja, Jibin, Gerald Sosby, CIA Hartwell, Barbara Hartwell, Robert Duncan, this Billy Crone Paston, Almas Jacob, and all these people, these so-called watchers. Okay, Sachin Clive, they call themselves the watchers. Okay, watchers are nothing but sinners, as they're fallen. The angels came down on earth and they bred with the female human beings, and then they produced giants or Nephilim. Okay, hybrids basically. So yeah, so then that's why they were called sinners, these watchers, right? So yeah, why would you keep your name watchers? Oh, they are good watchers and then they are bad watchers. Well, if you're not standing up for a good cause, or if you're not standing up for justice or for what is right, then obviously you're a bad watcher, right? So I try to approach all these so-called watchers, being Sachin Clive, Pastor, or Pastor Billy Crone, or Almas Jacob. What are you watchers good for if you can't really speak up for all these torture that's going on, all these evil that's going on, right? And especially the evil is being targeted by Lucifer, who you portray to be against Lucifer. If you're so against Lucifer, you will be here helping the people who are being tortured by the same very cabal who follows Lucifer, right? So the fact that they don't expose our this torture on us, which is nothing but crime, that immediately shows that these very people, so-called Sachin Clive, Almas Jacob, Billy Crone Pastor, all these people, they are from Satanist cabal, okay? So they are just here to deceive people, and they can never be good people. They can never be good person, never ever. They are absolutely Satanists, and they'll always remain Satanists unless and until they figure out one day, oh no, we want to speak up for the truth. We want to stand up for the truth, and we want to expose these crimes. Biohacking and whatever they are hacking, the body, mind, witchcraft, implants, etheric implants, that implant, all these, right? So we know that all these people are Satanists.